Hello, welcome to the weather update. It is the 22nd of November, and yes, quite a nice sunset tonight. Sun coming behind those. I have a video of it too. The sun coming behind those clouds there as the sun was setting. It was pretty amazing. But anyway, this is what our satellite looks like right now. Clearing skies, slowly clearing as the cold front slowly moves away. And we're going to see, I'm going to go all the way out to show you 120 frames of this cold front here, moving away, moving through, and then moving out of the area there. So you could see there quite a nice satellite there, kind of pretty. But anyway, looking at the current temperatures, we have dropped into the 30s now across the area. After warmer temperatures earlier, temperatures have dropped into the 30s. We got dew points down into the 20s. And if we look at islip, 39. Let's go take a look at islip and see what the conditions were there today. And you will see that we were warmer earlier on. Temperatures have dropped. We've got these northwest winds that are fairly gusty. Didn't get all that much rain, only about 1/10 of an inch, so not much rain at all. Looking at the models right now, you see we got this high pressure that's going to be building in, bringing us some really cold, blustery weather for tomorrow. Probably some clouds around, perhaps. Wednesday should be the best day of the week. Should have best chance of some clear skies on Wednesday. Still cold with mid-40s. Then we start getting into warmer temperatures on Thanksgiving, and then a cold front passes through Friday morning, and then Saturday is going to be very similar to tomorrow with the cold, gusty northwest wind. Taking a closer look at I guess we'll start with temperatures. Let's start with the temperatures, and we'll be using the GFS for this. So tonight we're going to have lows going down, probably close to freezing by morning, and then tomorrow we're only going to make it into the mid-40s. And tomorrow night, lighter winds. We're probably going to see some of that radiational cooling. So a lot of areas around the freezing mark, but in the Pine Barrens, I'm thinking it's going to get down to the low 20s, perhaps even some teens if the winds drop enough. Wednesday, similar temperatures to Tuesday, mid-40s for highs, and then cold again at night with lows in the 30s. And then you'll see that moderating trend for Thanksgiving with the winds shifting to the southwest and temperatures going back up into the 50s, low 50s, but then boom, here comes the next cold front back down, struggling to reach the low 40s on Friday and Saturday. We could struggle to reach the 40-degree mark. It's going to be pretty chilly on Saturday. So let's now go and look at the skies, because that, of course, is the big question for tomorrow. We're not going to be dealing with much precipitation until early Friday. So you can see here, GFS seems to want to make this front move. The resolution on this GFS is very slow, which is why I don't like using it for the skies, but we'll use it anyway. You can see it's definitely got probably some pop-up clouds. Wednesday is going to probably be the sunnier day with clearer skies and less pop-up clouds. And then Thursday, more clouds come in. And then Friday, hopefully by Saturday, maybe we can clear it out. You can see it's definitely got, it looks like a good deal of instability, cloudiness around perhaps. Again, just because you're going to have some of that moisture from the lakes. There's going to be lake effect upstate, too. They're going to be getting that upstate. So let's take a look at the RGM now. Don't have enough of the 0Z NTU, so we'll just go with the 18Z run. So the Cirrus, that could linger over the forks, perhaps for the morning, but then it goes away. But then we got to watch for these cumulus clouds that are going to develop. I'll have to see where they develop, but of course, we've known now for the past two cold fronts that we've had this happen, so I won't be surprised that it happens again tomorrow, where it might be sunny and they'll say sunny, but then you'll have by noon all these clouds pop up perhaps, and then because we still got that northwesterly flow. If it was more of a northerly flow, it would be better, but I think if it's a westerly flow, if there's any component off the lakes, it's going to pick up some moisture perhaps. It is Wednesday that I think we'll have mostly sunny skies. I think the cirrus stays away until the evening. And then Thursday we'll be dealing with some cirrus again. All right, and then you can see that next front right there. We can use the NAM as well for the cloud cover. I'll use the NAM 3, being that we have the 0Z available for that. And again, it really is not showing much cloud cover for tomorrow, but I think there will be some. Wednesday will probably be the better day, I think, as far as having less clouds. Like I said, the models seem to indicate that we're going to have a clear sky tomorrow. We've seen this pop-up thing happen before, and it probably will happen again because of the moisture coming off the lake. So what we'd have to look at is the wind direction. So let me go to the HRRR for that. We'll go to the 0Z HRRR, and we'll throw the dew point in here to show you the wind direction. All right, because this kind of shows you, and it does seem to have more of a northerly component. You can see more of a northerly component in the morning, but it does become a little more westerly in the afternoon. But I still think that it's going to be enough to pick that moisture up off the lakes and put it over Long Island, I think. I think it's less likely on Wednesday that we'll see that. But it's very hard to predict, because when you have all the models say it's going to be clear, and we saw that last Tuesday, and we saw that on Friday, and then this cloud deck just built right around noontime. It's hard to say, but looking at the satellite from the day, you can see plenty of these instability clouds, and they're still going. This is off the lakes here. So I'm thinking we'll see some of this, but we'll have to see what happens in the morning. Perhaps we will get lucky with a clear day tomorrow. I mean, we'll have to see what happens, but certainly Wednesday, I think we would have more sunshine. Let me go now to we're still in the HRRR, so let me go to the precipitation moisture, and we'll show you there is going to be some lake effect going on upstate, which you can see here, and that's what we have to watch, that lake effect cloudiness, although we're not going to see any of the snow flurries, the snow showers from it. You could see it you could see where the band's set up, and you can kind of have to extend that outward and see, all right, where are they going to wind up? Where's that moisture going? If you line it up like this, you can see that it's probably going like this. So maybe a little more over New Jersey. At least this is in the morning hours. And then as we move this along into the afternoon, this is 14Z. It looks like it's putting it more over New Jersey for sure, and a little less over Long Island. So perhaps we would have mostly sunny skies is where it looks like it's going. But we'll have to see again, because it's very, very tricky. We saw what happened last time, so it's very tricky. But let's just see how much snow this thing is forecasting. You can see the lake effect kind of shuts down on Wednesday, but let's just see total snowfall in these areas where the lakes are, and you can see definitely in some of these areas, they could see in these little narrow bands here 6 inches, and even a little more than that in this area here. This is in I believe Canada, but again, there will be lake effect, and you can kind of see where it goes, and that's what's, the lakes are warmer than the models are anticipating, and that's what's throwing them off, I think, with the cloudiness. So we'll have to see what happens. It all depends on that wind direction. All right. If the wind is more northerly, then we'll see less in the way of clouds coming off the lakes. But if it's more northwesterly or a more westerly component, then we will. It's very hard to say. I mean, those are all the cloud models I have for you. The only other cloud model I could use, I guess, we could go to windy.com and see how that model, this is the European model, and see how this does with the clouds for tomorrow and see what it does. So this is 10 a.m. This is 1 p.m. And you can see there it is popping up over us. So that's why I'm thinking we'll see these clouds over us in midday, particularly midday, but the morning might be clear. This is 9 a.m., so the morning might be clear. But certainly by noon, we'll have to watch some of this cloud cover here again. Perhaps we won't have to deal with it now. Wednesday, we should have a much clearer sky. You could see no clouds at all on here around noon. So it's not until later in the afternoon that we'll have to watch for the cirrus to come in. But as you can see, most of the day, it's clear. So we can also use Ventus Sky, which is the HRRR, which we can see the clouds on the HRRR model. Let's look at tomorrow here, 6 a.m. You can see it's still kind of got that hanging over the east end. Here's 8 a.m. Wow, it still has it over the east end as of 8 a.m. As at 10 a.m., you can start seeing some of this lake effect stuff trying to get in. And once you get to noon, you can see it's like a lot of it mostly over New Jersey and a little bit over Long Island, but not too much. This is 2 p.m. here. All right, you can see it's got a lot of it over Jersey. You can see it's got a streamer actually going, perhaps over there, though it's not showing any precipitation from that. It could be some virga, perhaps, from that. We move this along to Wednesday. Oh, it's got something over us over Wednesday. What is that? This is now this is the HRRR. Okay, so it doesn't switch. This is the HRRR. And once we go this far out, it's still the HRRR. Then it goes over to the icon. No, it's still the HRRR. I don't know what that's about. So you can see the models are kind of like disagreeing. We're going to have to see how tomorrow turns out. It has the potential to be a clear day. Maybe Wednesday won't be, but hopefully one of these 2 days we can get a clear day. That would be nice. And we'll have to see what day it's going to be. But either way, you will see the sun, but I still think there's going to be some of these clouds around. It all depends on how these streamers set up and all that other stuff, and we're not going to know until tomorrow. So other than that, one thing I can tell you for sure is that it's going to be cool. If we look at the temperatures, you'll see here we are, 30s in the morning, and we're only going to be going into the 40s. This is actually only low 40s for tomorrow. So we may only be hard pressed to get out of the low 40s tomorrow. So that's almost 10 degrees below normal. So nice for a change, at least. Although we will have to watch out for those pesky clouds. We'll have to see what happens. But that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.